Okay, guys. So we are really digging in now to our Unit 1. Okay, this is your first unit assignment. Don't forget that your vocabulary quiz will be on Monday. Okay, the way that I will have it set up is I will give you definitions, and you just have to match the word with your definitions. Okay.
Are we going to have both the words and the definitions on the paper?
They will be visible. Yes.
Okay. So it's not going to be a memorization.
I had initially considered giving you only the words and making you give me the definitions.
Oh, God.
I have transitioned all the way to I will give you both, and you just need to match them.
All right. Whoa.
Okay. So, don't forget that's on Monday. Okay, so please study for that. That also means that Friday will most likely be your first unit quiz. Okay, so next week will be a busy week.
What day is it?
What day is today? Is the 26th. You're welcome. Okay, it is B2. This is geometry. Okay. These kinds of notes, okay, we will kind of bounce back and forth between me giving you a handout like this, which I think is a little bit more middle schoolish, and me doing PowerPoints and you taking notes on your own freehand. Okay. So
we've done notes like this so rarely in math. Most of the time we just took notes with PowerPoints and slides.
Yeah.
Actually, I like this better.
So we'll bounce back and forth. Okay. So with notes like these, okay, it's very important that you, if you haven't already, you make sure you get your 3-ring binder. Okay, so that you don't lose these, so that you can keep them organized and keep up with them. Okay. What's that? Yes. Okay, guys. So we're going to start talking about our points, lines, and planes. Okay, pretty much for today. Okay. So a point is specifically a what? Does anybody know? It is a dot. Less what it looks like and more what it represents is what I'm looking for. Rocco.
It represents like decimals.
So no. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying like a decimal point. Okay, so what I'm thinking more of is points on a graph or points on a line. What's up, Soren? Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Okay, so we're going to say a point is a location.
She was right.
Just call her out like that.
Let's go your chair again.
Okay, so it has no specific size or shape.
You're telling me that I can make a dot that's the shape of the dragon, and it would be acceptable?
As long as if you called it a point, it's a point. Yep. Okay, we always use a capital letter to name our points. Okay, so for instance, you will see this a lot. Okay, that is point what? Point
15.
A. Okay. Another good example of how this class will work for those of you that might end up having to quarantine at some point. Right now, I am currently recording these notes. Okay, it's kind of a Khan Academy style of video, so you don't see me, you just see my screen right now. Okay, so you're seeing exactly what you guys are seeing up on the screen right now, and you can hear my voice. You can also hear, Blake grunting. You can hear Oliver calling out Ireland. Okay, so lots of the stuff going on. Okay, so if you ever have to miss, this video is up there. Again, all I ask is that you don't send me nasty comments on my YouTube page. Okay? Yes, back there. Quiet, please. I've got them on the board right behind you. Okay? Under the geometry agenda. That way you know which ones they are. Okay? Yes, it is. Okay. So let's move on to line. Okay, a line is made up of
I'm missing half the paper.
what in the world?
It's not
Let me
natural.
see. It's just gone.
Paper's deformed.
Let's go. What? How did that?
Line segment.
Okay, did we have any extras?
The last thing I can see.
Yeah.
One was made up.
Rocco, will you just pass that up? That'll make it easier for me then. Okay. I guess the printer died at that moment. Blake, will you hand that to me?
Why are you so
Why did you dump all those out? Just curious. Okay. Let's get back together. I can see that we're all learning how to hole punch. That's good. Okay. A line is made up of points. Okay. How many points do you need to make a line? 2. Okay. So again, similar to the point, when we're talking size and shape, a line has no specific thickness or width. Okay, you name a line by the name of any 2 points that are on the line, okay, or the lowercase script.
So a dot, one-dimensional.
A point.
Yeah, point is one-dimensional.
These are all 2D, technically.
No,
We have not worked on a 3D plane. An XY plane is a 2D plane.
But what if this be a 3D?
I think
Technically, you need a this, and then this. You need a Z axis.
Yeah, very cool.
We're just not there yet.
Can we have
We'll
a
get there.
Q-axis?
We're just only working XY right now. What's
We have
that?
a Q-axis?
Q axis?
Q-axis.
I have not heard of the Q. What dimension is that?
It's the fourth.
Oh, okay. I thought the fourth was time. No? Okay. Okay, so with this line over here, we have points XY. So we would write the XY line as XY with a what over the top of it?
A line.
Oh dear.
Something bad.
Okay, a line with arrows on either side. Okay, you can also write it as line in, because we've got an N right here, okay, as your subscript. Okay, you can also write it or see it written as line XY. Okay, all of those are talking about this same line over here. What's up?
How do you determine which letter?
So it's a good question. So typically you would just list them alphabetically. Okay, good question. Okay, collinear again is points that lie on the same plane. That was a vocabulary word. So if we use some deductive reasoning, what is non-collinear points? Yeah, almost like it's right in front of you. Okay, so let's look at planes. Okay, plane is a flat surface. It's like Mad Libs. Flat surface. Y'all probably don't even know what Mad Libs are.
I do.
Do y'all really?
That is
Mad
the
Libs?
best thing to do on road trips.
I didn't know Mad
Yeah.
Libs are still a thing.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
Back when me and my friends didn't have phones, that's just what that's what we did. Okay, so come back. Gosh, it's just one comment and it's just an explosion. Jesus. Okay, so how many points make up a plane? Any 3.
No, there's just a P. There's no dot. There's no points correlating to the P. It's just a P.
Okay, a plane extends indefinitely in all directions. Name a plane by any 3 non-collinear points on the plane or an uppercase script letter. Okay, so for example, you could have plane P or plane
Cajole.
KJL.
KJL.
Joel.
Okay. Coplanar points are points that line up on the same plane. Non-coplanar points, obviously, are
Points that do not lie
not on the same plane.
Points that
Like it's the
line
same as
on-
last time. Huh.
Yes, so that's a typo.
What?
I should say lie. Okay.
That line on the same.
Intersecting lines and planes. Okay. Two lines intersect at a. Let's transition away from saying dot. Okay, because we're not working with polka dots. We're working with points. Could you put intersection? Is that what you're asking? I mean, technically, you're not wrong. No.
Just a minute. Is it a conjunction junction or an intersection point?
That's a pick your flavor. Okay, two planes intersect at a.
line.
Okay, moving on. Now we're gonna practice.
My back doesn't want to hate you.
Sweet Jesus, what the hell happened to this thing?
He's got the very bottom. That's what counts.
Give me your paper. I'll throw it in the trash can.
Okay. So we've got A, 4 collinear points. So we are looking at this diagram over here. Oliver, no more chair. Blake, sit down.
I'm just letting you know. In my science class, when we do fractions, we can't do zeros out. Okay?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if it's 10 over 20, we take the zeros away.
I'm not an amateur.
Dude, they think I don't know what I'm doing. I just need you to back me up.
I got you. I got you.
That was random.
Okay. Use the diagram to the right. What's that?
What was your magic wizard conversation about with the other math teacher?
That one?
That was a science teacher.
Okay, but what was it about? Because I don't understand which one.
It was about nothing. It was a meeting of the math magicians, which you will meet the math magicians later on this year.
I thought we already did that.
Yeah, wasn't that Mr. Bob Seahon?
Yeah.
The math magicians?
Yeah.
No, he was a math wizard. He was a math wizard.
I thought he was a
Yeah,
wizard.
he was a math magician.
He's both.
So more specifically, there are a group of people called the math magicians, okay, that are up to hijinks and tomfoolery and mess with all of our stuff, and you will be introduced to them later on this unit, actually. Okay, 4 collinear points. Collinear means they are what? Yep, on the same line, okay?
H-U-K-I. That's an I. No, it's an L without the one.
So,
It's an I.
now, this kind of goes back to Owen's question about the order, okay? If I'm going to name 4 collinear points, list them in order, okay? So, don't say H-I-K-N, okay? Because you're kind of bouncing all over the place, right? So, if you start on one end, just list them in order like that, okay? So, it should be H, N, K, and I. Okay.
That's also debate. It's an I, not N, whatever else.
It's
Roman numeral number 1.
It's an
Some people
I.
thought it was an L. But
Oh.
It's not an L because there's a different L over there. There's
Also
an L
that-
over there, so it can't be an L.
Also, they're points, so they have to be capital. Okay, so, but I'm not your alphabet teacher. So,
You can't do that.
B, a line that contains point M.
And then line P.
Yeah, so you could do line M. What do you want to call it?
Line.
Okay. Do you need to list 3 points? You don't have to. Okay. Are there lots of different ways to list this? Yes. You could also call it line
P.
P.
Eliminate
Okay.
it's H and K. Or
C. A line that contains points H and K.
line R.
Yeah. Do line R. Could also do what? H I. Good. Hi. Okay, so D. Another name for line Q could be what?
Line JKL.
Jiggle.
So putting all three letters, okay, is not wrong. Okay, you only have to do two. Okay. Yes, you can.
What if it shows up on our test?
Line
We don't even
JK.
know what that means.
That's true.
Line Jekyll.
Line Jeopardy.
Okay, so E, the intersection of lines P and R. Point in.
Point N yay.
Okay. We all feel comfortable with that? It's not too bad.
I just realized something. You never said an English letter. We can do a Spanish letter.
See?
That line R.
Okay, so let's look at two. I would like for you to go through and do all of two on your own.
Wait.
I'll give you about a 30-second head start, and then I'll start putting them up there so you can check yourself. That is a good question. J is the name of the line. So in the world of geometry, I would say it doesn't really matter, but in the world of Mr. Bennett, my brain just likes it better. So I would do your best to try and just keep them alphabetical, okay, if you can. But no, it doesn't really matter, okay? Like for instance, right here, okay, I did use line EC, Okay,
Yeah, what's the dotted line?
but that is showing that that line is going down through the plane.
So it's a 3D plane.
Yes, it's three-dimensional.
The plane itself is not necessarily three-dimensional, but it is a part of a 3D construct, yes.
So it's a 2D plane and 3D plane.
I mean, technically, you're putting multiple 2D planes together to make a 3D plane.
So it's
And it's not. It wouldn't be a 3D plane either, I guess. A plane, I think, implies two-dimensional.
plane of existence.
Okay, so let's flip through number 2 real quick. Okay, a line containing point F, line J. Okay, you obviously could have put other answers. Okay, what other answers would have worked?
Line def.
Line def, yes.
Line
Line
F,
DF.
Line DF.
line
Line
F,
fed. Line fed.
Yep. Okay. Now we've been kind of talking about whether or not to put them alphabetically. Okay, if you write DF and then you write FD, are those two different answers? No, you're talking about the same line. Okay, so don't think you're listing more than one. Okay, so let's go to 3. Now use the diagram to name the following. Please do this one on your own. Yes. That one right there.
Oh yeah, that looks weird.
Yes. Okay. Let's look at number 3. So 3 coplanar points. Okay, which means they are points that lie on the same plane. Okay. So you could have used VYX. You also could have exchanged one of those for which letter? W.
Not Z.
Okay. Well, so you could have used Z as well. Okay. Z would not be incorrect. Okay. W is one of them as well. So it just has to be 3 coplanar points. Okay, so a plane containing point X.
Plane R.
Okay, plane R. Yes. Any others?
Plane Z.
plane X, W, Z.
Plane Z.
Plane XYZ.
Plane XYZ. Plane Z, V, Y.
Okay. C, the intersection of plane R and plane ZVY.
V, line. Line, wait, no, wrong question.
VYWX.
VY would work. Did you say VYWX? If you wanted to go around the whole thing? I'll take that. Okay, so D, how many planes appear in the figure? How many of us got 5 initially? Okay, so we've got plane R, right? Which would be, we're using our points. Okay, we've got the VX or the VYXW, okay, or WXYV. We've also got all of these planes, okay, that go around this little triangular prism, okay? How many planes contain point W?
3.
So it should be 3. So we've got 1. We have this one with Z and X. We have this one with Z and V also. All contain W.
That's correct.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so let's look at this last one. Okay, use the diagram to the right to name the following. I'll give you just a little bit of a head start, and then I'll put these up there. So this is a lowercase l.
That's an L.
This is a capital I.
It's too
What's
complicated.
that plane's name? Looks like a tree.
It's the clue.
It's a clue.
Oh yeah, that letter. A clue. Yeah, that's a normal
Clue,
letter.
guys. Come on, Elizabeth.
It's
You
a
have to know
fancy
that.
font.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys.
Okay, so as you're finishing, you can look up and check yourself. How are we feeling about this stuff? So a 1 right here, you could ace a test over this right now. A 2, you feel comfortable, but you just need some more practice. A 3, you feel like you have no idea what we're doing. Just show me right in front of you.
Oh, we're doing that.
Yeah, we're doing this backwards. With no 4.
Wait, what? With no 4.
Yeah, generally we go 1 through 4. 4 is like I can do it. And
Who's
teach
we?
somebody else.
3.5.
We like as in
Belle Isle.
No, just do
I didn't learn that at teacher training.
Okay, that's true.
Well, that's weird.
Well, you probably should have.
Okay, so what do I need to do?
So
Alright,
1
so
through 4.
one is I have no idea what we're doing. 2, I kind of understand but need some help. 3, I got it. 4, I got it and can teach someone.
Yeah. Okay, just do that. Just do that. Okay.
3.5.
7.2.
I understand it's not
7 point. Work. 3.14159.
Please take one and pass it.
3.14159.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand at 5.
Can I make your hand?
Yes. You weren't sitting in your chair? I was just kidding, Oliver.
He has